One of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd.
Anything too malicious in that? I don't know if there's anything too malicious. We don't know what's said, but like, you can't just grab a player.
It seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it.
Why are fans threatening to boycott the WNBA over Caitlin Clark? From shocking no calls to a coach physically grabbing her, this controversy is growing louder. Is the league's biggest star being treated unfairly, and could it cost the league everything? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
And I fully believe they're trying to diminish, they're trying to dim the flame of Caitlin.
Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like, what the hell is this? You know, I was just hyping up the crowd. What you coming up for me for?
Caitlin Clark isn't just another player in the WNBA. She's rapidly becoming the face of the league. Her scoring ability, flashy passes, and exciting play style aren't just shaking up games, they're bringing in entire new waves of fans. People who weren't even watching the WNBA before are now tuning in to see what she'll do next. But instead of embracing this momentum, many feel the league is failing her and themselves by not giving their biggest star the respect and protection she deserves.
I was just going like this. Why are you pulling up on me? I'm just hyping up the crowd. You know, the crowd that's been dead because I haven't been on my game.
And they're trying to make her fit in to what the WNBA used to be, rather than fit out and be her. I mean that.
Imagine this. Clark's been having one of her signature games, full of high-energy drives and deep threes. Then, in a key moment, she gets poked in the eye during a play, a clear foul. But the refs let it slide. Moments later, she's shoved hard on a fast break, and once again, nothing. Fans saw these moments as signs of something bigger, that Clark's rise is being met with an almost systematic dismissal. The tipping point came when a coach grabbed her arm mid-game during a celebration. The video went viral, and it wasn't just the action itself that upset people, it was what it symbolized. If this happened to any other star, fans believe, it would have been handled immediately.
She goes, the whole crowd's going nuts. And she comes, and she's getting subbed off, by the way, at this stage. She's getting subbed off for the game. She doesn't go back in the game.
Oh, my bad. And what's coach doing? Caitlin, don't do that, Caitlin. What, you're gonna get a technical for hyping up the crowd during a dead ball?
Close game, they're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want.
Instead, the league's silence said everything. People aren't just talking about the grabs or the no calls, though. They're comparing how other star players, those with years in the league, are treated. Those players seem to get every whistle, every ounce of respect from officials and peers. But Caitlin? It feels like she's being left out of that conversation, and fans are asking why. If the message to her is to stay in her lane or dim her light, it's not working. And it doesn't stop there. Many are saying the lack of support extends to her own team. There are rumblings about teammates purposely avoiding passes to her and coaches clamping down on her celebrations.
I would love to see Caitlin Clark get a technical for hyping up the crowd during a dead ball, not slapping the stanchion.
After this game, we talked about it, that she was emotionless. She was emotionless when they lost to Golden State. She has been emotionless in games.
It's almost as if instead of seeing her as a boost to the team, they're treating her success as a disruption. Fans can feel it, and they're fed up. They believe the league is setting itself up for failure, and their frustration is starting to boil over. But how far are they willing to go to push for change? Fans are furious, and they're not staying quiet about it. On social media, the calls for accountability have become impossible to ignore. People aren't just upset about Caitlin Clark being treated unfairly, they see this as a failure by the WNBA to protect one of its most important players. Every tweet, every post, every comment adds weight to this growing movement. Fans feel ignored, and now they're making sure the league hears them. The boycott movement is gaining momentum.
Therefore, she wears her game on her sleeve. When she's hyped, you can tell. When she's not at herself, you can tell.
The referees are threatening a tech for hyping up the crowd. Go take your tech. This is sports. This is sports. You take a tech.
Fans are demanding better officiating, stronger protections for players like Clark, and clear consequences for actions like the coach grabbing her. But they're not stopping at demand letters or hashtags. They're organizing. Online communities dedicated to following the WNBA are now filled with conversations about boycotting games and refusing to buy merchandise.
During a dead ball, not talking to referees during a dead ball, not showing up the opposing team during a dead ball.
So the coach just grabs her. Just grabs her out of nowhere. I'm like,
is this a coach saying, hey, Caitlin, this could be a case of you getting a technical, which even me saying that out loud is weird.
Some are even suggesting that if the league can't treat Clark right, she should leave. They're saying she'd get better treatment and bigger opportunities if she played overseas. When fans start publicly voicing, if Caitlin leaves, we leave, the message is loud and clear. This isn't the first time sports fans have pushed back against a league. We've seen other leagues respond to boycotts, reform policies, and even overhaul how they officiate games just to win back support. The WNBA should take note because this situation is turning into a test of its ability to adapt. If fans tune out, and if attendance and merchandise sales drop, the financial hit could be huge, especially with Caitlin playing such a big role in driving revenue. She's been a spark for ticket sales, viewership, and merchandise. Losing that connection with fans would be a disaster for a league still working to grow its audience.
walking back, you can't just grab a player. Like, and by the way, from this moment on, we hardly saw anything.
To control our energy, we got to control our emotions, which, okay, I understand controlling your emotions, but Caitlin Clark is an emotional player.
Nothing shows how serious fans are about holding the WNBA accountable like this boycott movement. And the league is reaching a point where ignoring it isn't an option. The question now? Can the WNBA figure out how to protect both its players and its future before this goes any further? Caitlin Clark isn't just the future of the WNBA. Right now, she's its biggest draw. Some are even calling her the biggest draw for a team sport in league history, raising comparisons to Michael Jordan's impact on the NBA. The stakes here couldn't be higher. If the league doesn't address what fans see as mistreatment and neglect, they risk losing not only Clark but the loyal audience she's brought with her. It's time for fans to speak up, support Caitlin, and demand change. So, will the WNBA prioritize its players and fans, or is it already running out of chances?